Hello and welcome to Short Attention Span News, news for the easily distracted. So, what's getting our attention today? With last year's numbers showing Kent's homeless population at more than 3,000, we're asking what's being done to help those vulnerable and in desperate need of somewhere to live. Also, helping the pooches that help our most marginalised. We meet today Dogs on the Street, the UK's first volunteering programme, supporting free vet care for those dogs on the streets. Homeless Care's conference in Maidstone are discussing what is being done to help its local community. Our reporter has gone there to see what's happening and what's being done to support the community.
October 10th was a significant day here in Kent, as a collection of local charities and council officials went to the Tudor Park Hotel in Bearsted for the Homeless Care Conference to discuss what they can do for the local homeless people in Kent. So I've come to the police headquarters in Maidstone to find out more. I'm here with Matthew Scott. So Matthew, what do you do?
I'm Kent's Police and Crime Commissioner.
What sort of issues do you face, like with mental health issues, when it comes to the homeless community?
Well, in general, we have a substantial issue when it comes to the demand on policing. About 1/3 of all Kent police time is spent dealing with cases involving mental health, for example, and that will include some of our interactions with people who are sleeping rough. So police officers are trained with regards to how they can help people. They will signpost them to the different services that are on offer.
So what charities do you actually work with?
So a good example is the Medway Street Pastors. I have, in conjunction with the Department of Health, provided them with funding for a vehicle where they can base themselves late at night, at weekends, typically around the nighttime economy, so that people who are suffering some substance misuse problems from mental health conditions can get some help from someone who is trained in how to deal with those matters, but also that they can get referred on to other places. The Street Pastors are a great organisation, and I'm currently reviewing some other projects that people have asked me to provide funding for, which I'll do in due course. But there are others. The Dover Outreach Centre, for example, I've funded through my Mental Health and Policing Fund, the only one of its kind in the country, some money for the Outreach Centre to provide cognitive behavioural therapy for people who are sleeping rough, because often those people can't access services because the system itself sometimes discriminates against people who don't have somewhere to live, and it's just important we try and help those people may be victims of crime themselves, so it's important that we do everything we can to help them. So there's lots of different organisations.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
So I've had a really interesting day here at the police headquarters here in Kent, and also it was really insightful to talk to Matthew about the homeless issue right here on our doorstep. Back to you in the studio, Charlotte.
Living on the streets can be tough, dangerous and lonely. And with winter coming closer, nights getting longer and colder, the risks only grow. But for some people, they have found safety and companionship in furry four-legged friends. But is it fair or safe on the dogs? We speak to Dogs on the Street, a London-based charity who are providing free vet care for dogs.
Hi, I'm Zach and I'm here with DOTS, Dogs on the Streets of London. This is...
Hi, I'm Kim. I am the head trainer at DOTS.
And what do you do as head trainer?
So I assess the dogs to see how they're doing in their general everyday health. We have a few dogs that come in with behavioural issues, so issues with socialisation, possibly sometimes aggression, but generally they're really well behaved. So I just oversee if they have any questions.
And I'm sure that can cause a lot of issues if you are on the streets and your dog has, say, anger issues, for example. What kind of issues does that present the homeless people?
It can be really difficult. I will start off saying that I do find that most of the homeless dogs, the street dogs here that we see every week, are better behaved than my private clients most of the time, because they're well socialised, they're out and about all the time, meeting other people, being exposed to loud noises, that kind of things. The only thing that a lot of them don't have is the one-on-one socialisation with other dogs.
Thank you very much. That's all we need from you. Thank you very much.
DOTS London is the first independent, voluntarily ran street project to protect, care and support street dogs in London boroughs. As awareness grew, more initiatives recognised the need for support with and donations for street dogs.
Hi, I'm Michelle and I'm the director-founder of Dogs on the Street London. We provide grooming, so twice a month the grooming van comes along and they have hot bubble baths and nail clipping. And also we have a trainer that does all our resident training.
How useful would you say dogs are for people living out on the streets?
Oh, the dogs are just their life, it's their family, it's their children, it's the one loyal, trusting companion they actually have. The bond is, their love is so deep. I mean, I have 7 animals and my love for them is just, you know, as big as this world. But the depth of love that these guys and ladies have out here for their dogs is well, I can't even describe.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
That's okay.
That's it from me. Back to the studio.
With nights getting colder, things are getting tougher for many homeless people up and down the country. It can be a lonely time, but it can be made easier with help from the public. Food banks are an essential lifeline for many homeless people, and they wouldn't work without food and donations of blankets to support them. Links for all of our charities will be included. Thank you. We are Short Attention Span News. We hope we've managed to keep your attention. Thanks for watching.